Hi guys, and welcome back to my Twin Flame channel. I just wanted to make a video today in regards to twin flames, traumas and projections. There's a fair bit to speak on this, but I do want to say one thing regarding this, that if you meet your twin flame, if you meet a person that you think may be your twin flame, and they have deep core wounds, very deep core wounds, it is highly likely that they will project those onto you. Highly likely. Now, I just want to say one thing here also, that if you are with your twin flame and it becomes a very intense connection, and it becomes if abuse does become an issue, then you just need to take some time apart. Now, there are a lot of people out there who believe that your twin flame would never do anything to hurt you, but it's really important to remember here that if your twin flame is very traumatized or very wounded, and they are not self-aware of themselves, their behaviors and who they are and what they're doing, they are not self-aware of their traumas and their wounds, and they are actually living their traumas and wounds out every day without even realizing what they're doing or knowing what they're doing, then they are going to react towards you from that place. So if that means that they are very angry or very, what can I use for example? Just say they have been abused as a child and they have never had healing for that, and they've gone on their lives, then they kind of are living their life from that point because they've had no healing. They will not intentionally hurt you, but they will act from that place of where they're living, because that's their reality at that moment. That is where they're expressing themselves from. Then it can be a very intense relationship, union, connection, relationship, whatever you want to call it. It can get very intense. Believe me, I know, I have been there. So I know what I'm talking about when I'm speaking about twin flames and projecting their traumas onto each other. If this person is your twin flame, they are going to treat you as how they treat themselves. And that's one thing I realised in my twin flame union. They will treat you how they treat themselves. It might not be direct, it might be indirect, it might be unconsciously. A lot of the times it is unconsciously, especially if they're living life as a traumatized individual. That's exactly what you're going to get, a traumatized individual. This is why it's so key for twin flames to heal. It's so key of self-awareness. But self-awareness can only come when a person is ready for the healing. It is so important. If you are in a twin flame union, it becomes very intense, that you learn how to navigate this union and this connection for the sake of the both of you. I've learned that. It took me a long time to learn that, and I've had so many different levels of awakening. Like, I believe there is always a journey to awakening, okay? It's not just 1 minute of sleep, next minute woke. Like, that's, if someone may have experienced like that, but in my life, I've never experienced that. And the twin flames that I've spoken to, my close twin flame friends, or my twin flames that I've done readings for in the past, back in 2016, 15. And even the readings I did before that, prior to even realizing that I was a twin flame, I was doing psychic readings in my town for people. This matrix is fucked up, guys. This is what you have to realize. This matrix is so messed up on so many levels. And we're all walking around pointing the finger, saying he's bad, she's bad. Well, they may be behaving badly, but they're not bad. They're just repercussions of the matrix, basically. They're just the way this world is set up, the reality and the nature of this reality is set up by elite individuals not to empower humanity, but to disempower humanity. So this is exactly what you're going to get. We all come into this world as pure, infinite beings. And then we start to have all these projections put onto us by our parents, their beliefs, what they've been through in their lives that they haven't healed themselves. Then we get told by schools, and then we get told by so many different teachers, and we get told by like our friends and whatever person we look up to in our childhood. We get so conditioned. Then we have the news, the media. We have so much crap. We have religion. Oh my God, I never get started about religion. We have religion. We have governments. We have all these people conditioning us to disempower ourselves, to live at a level where we are controlled individuals. And then people sit back and they're wondering why so many people are traumatized and so many people are in desperate need of healing. Well, this is why. The nature of our reality this is why. So I think it's really important if you're on a twin flame relationship, and I used to do this a lot. I used to point the finger and go, oh my God, he's such an asshole. No, that's not how to go about it. That's not how to go about it. He may be acting out wounds that he's not even aware that he has, or she or he have themselves. Like if they are not self-aware. This is why it's so important to take a step back and to know when you need to have that time apart. So many people in twin flame relationships think it's bad to have separation, but it's not. Some twins need separation because their union is so intense. Because there's so much there that needs healing. It's not bad to separate yourself physically from someone who doesn't understand what they're doing. I mean, sure, they know they're yelling and screaming and they shouldn't be yelling and screaming, but they're so, in that moment, they're in their trauma. They are back there in that trauma, and that is what twin flames do, that you will trigger each other. You will trigger each other's traumas. I, myself, have had a lot of traumas in my life. And my twin flame was triggered every single one of them. Even ones that I did not know I had. When I thought, oh my God, yes, I'm healing. I'm healed. Da, 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 da. No, you're not. Like, they will sneak up on you and they will creep up on you. And even when you think you've done the most massive amounts of healing, we have so much to heal. There's so much embedded in our DNA and in the cells in our body. Our trauma holds the cells in our body. And that is why when someone is going through a flashback, it isn't just in the mind, it's in the feeling in the body. The feeling in the body is energy. And it's so important to release traumatized energy from the cells in our bodies. And healing, deep healing, is a way of doing this. And inner child healing, I cannot stress how important that is. Like, that is the most important thing you will ever do for yourself as a being. Ever. Because only through healing yourself can you be an example for others. Only through the want and desire to heal yourself and set the example for others to look upon you and see and be in awe of what you're doing, which then encourages them to do the same. So twin flame unions can be they can be intense. They can get full on if you have a lot of unhealed traumas and if you both are not aware or self-aware of it. And my twin and I haven't always been self-aware of it because we've been so in it, and it's really important. Self-awareness is very, very important, but that comes with awakening. For myself, I've realised the more I woke up to this reality that I am, the more self-aware I become. So I hope this video inspires you to sit back and become more aware of yourself. And when things do get really intense with your twin flame and really tough with your twin flame, and it is spiraling out of control, like it's getting abusive, leave, take a step back. Go and do whatever you must do to center your energy again. Because two people at each other like this, it's not going to help. That's just... It'll blow things way up to more than what they need to be. If you can see your twin flame is triggered, try to take deep breaths. Myself, what I do, if my twin flame is triggered, I will take deep breaths. And the energy will feel very intense. Like it will feel... I tend to feel energy quite easily. I can be very sensitive to energy. And when my twin flame is triggered, I will feel it. I will feel it if he is not even in this room. If he is just woken up, and I will feel it. Like, I will feel him. I will feel his... If he's triggered, I will feel it. And he's the same as me. If I'm triggered, he'll just be like, I can tell, like, just when I walk through the door, like, you can feel each other so intensely, and you will know what's going, like, you will feel the energy. And if you get to that place and you are like, and your energy feels, that is when you need to take a step back and go, okay. Go and center yourself. Take some deep breaths. Go into nature. Go and sit out the back. Go for a drive. Go for a walk. If it gets to the point where you need to separate yourself for a period of time, over a period of time, then that's what you need to do. If it's your twin flame, it's like that they are going to be there. Like, I've separated from my twin flame months at a time, couple of years at a time. You cannot fake this, like, you cannot fake a twin flame connection. You cannot. And some twin flame connections are easy to navigate than others. It depends how much trauma the individuals have taken on. And myself and my twin, we took on a fuckload. We took on a shitload. One twin flame pair who hasn't had as much trauma as another twin flame pair are going to find it easier. Doesn't mean they're more advanced. It means some people just have more shit they've taken on. For some twin flames, it's one twin flame being married, but then you also have to clear your matrix stuff and all the other stuff from your childhood. But some twin flames take on so much. They have, like, so much they've taken on. They have to heal all the matrix bullshit. Then on top of that, they have, like, some take on so much matrix trauma and so much crap that it takes a long time. Like, it takes a long time to heal. Like, healing does not happen overnight. It's going to take you a long time, and you're probably always going through the process of healing because of the reality that we live in. We are so conditioned. We have been so programmed. It's not going to happen overnight. Just think up until this time, like your whole childhood is what, like 16 years. 16 years of being, every day of being conditioned and programmed, and whatever's happened in your life in that time, like every single day and night, over and over and over again, it implants. Like it takes a long time to heal that stuff. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a couple of months. You really have to work hard. You have to give that to yourself. You have to want to give that to yourself. You're giving a gift to yourself to be free of all the crap. Like, it's just... And when you do become more free of it all, you feel it. Like, some days people say, like, I'm not one who cares for time. I never have, and it drives my kids insane. It drives my older kids crazy. I don't care for time. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I don't care. I never have. I've always been late. Because I obviously have appointments I have to get to for my kids and stuff, and I have to stick to it. But when it comes to, like, other things, I'm just like, whatever, I'll get there when I get there. Like, I don't care for... I've always been like that. Always. I've always been, to some extent, where I've been like that. But what I will tell you is, be kind to yourself. Honor yourself and love yourself and be true to who you are. And if being true to who you are means that you need to separate from your twin because it's out of fucking control, then that is what you have to do. On this channel, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to be real, okay? I'm not going to sit here and agree with all these other twin flame couples, psychics. If that is not the experience that I've had, I'm going to share you my experience that I've had with the twin flame relationship. And the stuff that I know about the twin flame relationship. Because of what I've lived and what I've experienced. And that is what this channel is about. And if you're experiencing difficulty in your twin flame union, if you have been a victim of abuse, because I will talk about this on this channel, I will talk about everything that I have been through. I will talk about it all. I will talk about my experience, not anybody else's. And if you connect with my experience and you relate with my experience, then it'll be wonderful to have you on my channel. But that is what this channel is about. It's about being real. It's about being authentic. And some people might not like what I have to say, but it's coming from a place of truth. And that is the most important thing. Speaking from the place of your truth. Sorry. So yeah, cough, how's that? As soon as I said truth, coughing it up. So it's really, really important that you do literally separate yourself from your twin if it does come too much. Does not mean you're not twin flames. It just means that you do have a lot to work on. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a karmic relationship. Just because someone is traumatized does not mean, oh my god, I have bad karma. Like, we have karma with each other because I'm like, no, that's not how it goes. It's not. Of course, karma does, there is karma. Karma is a universal law, but so many people on the twin flame, so many twin flame teachers that talk about the twin flame, I hear so much of karmic relationship. Well, how about maybe actually the person's traumatized? Maybe that's where it's coming from. Not everything is going to be about it being a karmic relationship. So, Black Rose, I hope this has helped you, sweetheart. With what you've had to say down the bottom. If there's anything else you'd like me to talk about, you want me to talk a bit in detail about anything else, just pop down a comment. I will answer. Sorry it took a bit longer for me to reply to your comment. I had to figure out some YouTube stuff. So yeah. But I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope you have a lovely day, everybody. And I hope you enjoy your evening if you're not from Australia. And I will talk to you again soon on another video. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.